Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel Time, and welcome back to another comic book movie review. Oh boy. Today we're talking about Green Lantern Beware My Might. Streaming now on HBO Max, so you can get the Blu-ray DVD if you're a physical media type of person. More power to you. One day this will all go away, but you will have your disc, so good on you. I saw it again last night on HBO. I'm staying here at my dad's house for the holidays, and it hit me. I'm like a month behind on this video, man. So enough wasting your time. Let's just talk about it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I like that the Green Lantern Corps allows us to explore the universe just like the Guardians of the Galaxy does for Marvel, but with a more serious tone, of course, because DC is a more serious brand. So that makes sense. We start with a blue alien guardian crashing to Earth, and he has a ring for John Stewart from Hal Jordan, who is like the greatest Green Lantern to ever do it, blah, blah, blah. And John Stewart's like, yo, ring, I don't understand any of this. What's going on? And so the ring takes him to the Justice League Tower, where we meet some of the side characters. You know, no Batman, no Wonder Woman, Superman, none of that. We get Martian Manhunter, Vixen, and Green Arrow. So a couple of B-list Justice Leaguers. That's fine, it's cool. There's a little bit of confusion, but ultimately they figure out, we need to solve a mystery here because someone killed one of the Guardians from Oa. That's a huge deal. And Green Arrow is the best friend of Hal Jordan, and so he volunteers to go along and solve this crime, which leads to the whole Green Lantern Corps has been murdered on Oa. And there we find Hawkgirl, who is there investigating, and there's a war between Thanagar, the planet where Hawkgirl is from, and Rann, another planet in the DC multiverse universes out in the galaxy somewhere. But bam, now we got Hawkgirl in the mix. So you might know her from the DC cartoons in the 90s and 2000s, the Justice League Unlimited, and she's a feisty one. She likes to fight. She likes to punch. No questions, she says. A warrior don't ask questions. They just kick butt and take names. So we got her on the squad now, and we go and we find Adam Strange, who is a nice side character for something like this. He's an intergalactic character. He was lost at space, and here he pops up. He's found in our story, and he has some information as far as the war between Thanagar and Rann. And at first, he and Hawkgirl are at odds because of the war, obviously. But they figured things out, and now we got this whole motley crew of like intergalactic crime fighters. They find coordinates to who's really pulling the strings. And it turns out to be Sinestro, who is captured, Hal Jordan. But Hal Jordan is actually in bed with Sinestro, and he's just pretending to be a prisoner to lead them along. And this is where I get a little bit off board, because WB and Warner Brothers can their old universe, and they're really emphasizing that right now they want a cohesive, Warner Brothers DC Comics brand, classic style. They want it to be iconic. So by fast forwarding through the Hal Jordan story and making him already evil and he's Sinestro's master, you kind of miss that chunk of iconicness. You really miss the catharsis that could come with seeing that play out more slowly. And on top of that, while pretending to be on the team, Hal Jordan is doing a lot to help them, which when he ultimately stabs them in the back, I feel like he did a little too much help along the way. So for example, there's a moment where they're running away from Sinestro in their spaceship, they're out of there, and they're like, darn it, we lost our weapons. We forgot them back on Sinestro's floating rock in space. And Hal's like, well, you can get them back. All you gotta do is tell the ring. So something like that, where, you're going into the third act, you're about to stab these guys in the back, and you want the best chance of it working, and you tell them how to get their weapons back so that, they can fight you off and ultimately win. So, is it a perfect movie? No, not at all. Of course not. But was it enjoyable? Yes. Did it introduce a whole ton of side characters? Yes. Did it do a good job? Yeah, I think it did. And the Jon Stewart character, man, I almost talked nothing about him. He's this hard-headed veteran, and he has a good heart, but he doesn't have the best people skills in the beginning of the movie. So this is kind of him getting past some of the internal wounds that he has from being at war, being a veteran, and kind of opening up his heart again and embracing a fight and a way to fight for justice in particular, not just to punch people senselessly, He's fighting from the heart for what, he thinks is good, and he's having intergalactic impacts. He's stopping a war between these two planets who've been at it for years, who knows how long. So that's pretty cool, that's a great thing to do with your time, I would say. And by the end, he's like, yo, I'm really embracing this Green Lantern thing. At the beginning, I wanted to get this ring off. I thought it was silly. The only reason I came was to find someone who could get this off me. But now this ring is mine. I'm Green Lantern Jon Stewart, and you better beware my might. I've been your boy Diesel Tyme. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you have any thoughts and feelings on the movie. I would love to hear them, so put them down below. That's what the comment section is for. Don't you know? Oh boy, I'm gonna get out of here. But Happy New Year. Peace.